The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is losing a record number of its membership.
Travis Wayne gets home. Finished early. There was nothing in the church news, as it was only ABC4 News, wasn't it, that reported the missionary here in Utah County who committed rape. Wasn't covered in the church news. It's a missionary. Why didn't they report it? They reported on how evil porn is, but not how being a missionary is evil. Huh. Interesting. Thomas More wrote Utopia. And since the majority of you don't like to read books, I refer you to Drew Barrymore's Ever After. Oh, yeah! Understand, I spend the majority of my life watching movies and TV shows. Don't think I'm condemning you for watching movies and TV shows. Because as a kid, my mom had to take care of my brother who had colic. And so she sat me in front of the TV, and TV became my education. So when HBO's TV show, Dream On, came out, I saw it, or at least one of the seasons, and went, oh, yeah, that's just like my life. My mom set me in front of the TV, and my life is based on knowing what I learned from TV shows and movies. So yeah, I see character development and moral theories and ethical theories, the use of science for investigations and all that stuff. And so, having learned how to learn, movies and TV shows really aren't for entertainment purposes for me. I can't just sit and watch them. Just like books, I can't just sit and read them. I have to annotate them and study them and analyze them and cry when it's a chick flick. Yeah. So This Means War, for example, the movie. I'm thinking, oh, cool, you know, an assassin shoot 'em up type movie. And no, it's a chick flick. I forgot. It's been too long since I'd seen it. Oh well. And so, when a government fails to educate its populace, Thomas More, Utopia again. And this is the thumbnail that I have on my computer screens, the laptop, the Valentine's Day Massacre. With the Stargate medical doctor that took over after the asteroid collided with Atlantis when it was rising up off of the sea. And the government fails to regulate the economy. It creates a survival of the fittest. And we've seen that in the Book of Mormon. Noah, the Zoramites, even the Lamanites. And this condition gets punished by the government for what they raised up the people to be, to survive. And so, yeah, the missionary, raised by the church to become a rapist because they refused to teach sex ed. forcing Utah to not teach sex ed, to gaslight human beings about their sexual nature, about the birds and the bees. Mormon parents refuse to teach sex ed to their kids. And they tell them to listen to the prophets and obey. No touchy. Pay up the prostitution price. And so thus, you see the corruption that is going on here. And as I saw in the news, the legislature here in Utah wants to form a subcommittee on organized crime. So, yeah, we're hearing that the police can't do their jobs. But we also know that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is an organized crime. And so obviously these Mormons are not going to be investigating the church. If anything, they're going to get rid of the competition of the church here in Utah. I cannot believe Mormons are this stupid. I can't accept it. I can't accept stupidity as your reasoning for not knowing Mormonism, not knowing the Book of Mormon. That when you see the learning of the Jews, you don't rush to Christianity. I can't believe you would claim Christian and not ask questions. See, in 2011, the church lost 10 million Mormons, thanks to the internet, social media. Because 10 million Mormons are not stupid. But you notice the church keeps pushing the numbers that it's now over 17 million. No, it's not. I can't believe you're that stupid not to recognize that the church is lying and deceiving and gaslighting and revising history with all their cover-ups. I can't believe you're that stupid. So the only other explanation is that you are a liar and a denialist for this church on purpose, knowingly, maliciously, that you have become the enemy of the people, of the whole world, to go around and lie and perpetuate the lie. Because everyone who puts forth an effort to study will at least come across concerning questions. I did as a little kid. And so I can't believe you would be that stupid. Because Exfo Nevermos left when something was disturbing to them. They obviously don't know the truth. They left once they found out something wasn't right. Because they're not stupid. They're not going to stand for the lies and the gaslighting and the denialism and the deceptions. And so what I found is horrifying. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is going to overthrow the government. And the other day I confirmed that not only Thomas B. Marsh saying that this church is going to overthrow the government, but was it William or Warren Parrish, who was the one who said that the church was going to use the church, the doctrine of the church, to destroy Christianity. At the same time, they're going to use to destroy the government. Notice I had to add some more stuff, thanks to the Parrish affidavit being told that Mormonism was going to be used to destroy Christianity and Islam. That's the stuff at the bottom. Everything that Joseph Smith was accused of in 1838 was false. It's this church, because this church believes that Joseph Smith actually made these changes. Nobody else believes Joseph Smith made these changes. And if anybody even bothered to check out the Joseph Smith papers, they'd learn that none of this happened. Because the religion one, using Mormonism to destroy Christianity and Islam? What's Article of Faith number 11? The church makes you memorize it. I had to look it up. I use associative memory, so I need reference books. When was the Wentworth letter written? Oh, the same time that the Joseph Smith history was published. And so we know from the Joseph Smith papers that Willard Richards is the evil, disposed, and designing militant person against Joseph Smith. But who did he work for? Oh, Brigham. See, this is stuff Expo Nevermos do not do. They don't put all the pieces together. They just hear stuff, do videos on it, and YouTube lets them have lots and lots of views. I don't get the views. I'm the authority on Mormonism. I'm the authority on all things Scripture, because I did the work. I didn't hear somebody else and spread whatever they say. And so I'm the threat to the church. And YouTube is paid and ordered to silence me. Right at the time where America and the world and Mormons need to hear my voice. The enemy is suppressing my voice to save. And now AI is being implemented, which is an extension of psychology, because AI is being used as a weapon to control human behavior. This is why you get YouTube referrals for crap you don't want to watch. They tell you that you got to type something in so that they can figure out what to recommend for you, and they never get it right. They keep pushing what you don't want to watch. Or are you that stupid to allow YouTube to control you? Whatever they put on their on your home feed, that's what you watch. That's what you believe. You're that stupid, are you? I can't believe you're that stupid. So, even though this video will be put up tomorrow, 2 Nephi chapter 23 is from Isaiah. It's one of the plagiarisms in the Book of Mormon. But pay attention to Bruce R. McConkie's chapter heading of this. Even though he's lying to you by claiming it's a Christian document, and therefore Isaiah is talking about literal history, prophecy of Babylon, he still makes the connection to the latter days. And so as a Mormon reading Bruce R. McConkie, you need to read this as a latter-day scripture. Read it. I'm telling you to read the Book of Mormon. And then verse 22. Are you sure you're the righteous? Because then 24 is the great and abominable church led by Lucifer. And what will happen to it? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? He's talking about the fall of Babylon, the fall of the great and abominable church. This is the latter days. Don't put the premortal council in heaven in here. Do what Bruce R. McConkie told you to do, and think of it as the latter days. Son of the morning, art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations. And don't worry about not knowing that Lucifer was first introduced in the Latin Vulgate text and none of the other texts. Don't worry about that. Read the Book of Mormon as it is written. For thou hast said, Lucifer, I will ascend into heaven. Curious, Nelson never says Jesus ascends to heaven. It's always resurrection. It's as far as it goes. He never has ever said that Jesus has ascended. Interesting, huh? You do know baby name meanings. You do know your Greek mythology, Roman mythology. Do you? I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. This is the latter days. The false prophet who leads the great and abominable church is thinking this way. This is why he causes the chaos around the world. To overthrow the governments, to use his altered religion to destroy all other religions, rather than letting people worship how, where, or what they may. Religious freedom, remember? He twists religious freedom to mean take away freedom of religion. Hey, the church is involved in religious freedom movement, aren't they? I can't believe you'd be that stupid. You know Lucifer's plan to take away agency. I can't believe you're that stupid, that you can't see that this church's doctrine is Lucifer's. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. What's the Most High in the air? The sun god at noonday? Hey, in Egyptian, that's Amun. And you attach the Canaanite El, Amun-El, Emmanuel. Huh, that's what Isaiah says his name is. The real Christ. Huh, not Jesus, huh? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, the fall of the great and abominable church. They are plotting, digging a pit to destroy the governments, to destroy religions. They're digging a pit. Anybody know about the Jewish holy day of Purim? Comes from the book of Esther, as you know it as. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and shall consider thee, and shall say, is this the man? Not a spirit entity who didn't get to have a body. An actual human being at the head of the great and abominable church. Remember that baby name meaning thing again? Learning of the Roman gods, and I think it's just the Romans, Mars and Venus. Yeah, Roman. Aphrodite is the Greek. One of the most brilliant masterpieces of art, and this church calls it porn. Lucifer's doctrine. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? Remember? Gonna overthrow the governments. Gonna destroy religions. Twisting Joseph Smith's religion into Christian. A warped version of Christianity. Because Christians don't recognize you as Christian, Mormons. Are you really that stupid? I can't believe you are. And made the world as a wilderness, abomination of desolation, and destroyed the cities thereof, and opened not the house of his prisoners. Mormons, temple, underwear, oaks, conference. Refusing to learn is acceptance of the lies of the church. You become complicit. You cannot be saved in ignorance, and you know that, because you know that's a Doctrine and Covenants passage. Thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain the Mormons. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepares slaughter for his children. Etc., etc., etc. We already know it's coming. We've been threatened that it's coming. We are witnessing its buildup. Our government has failed. And as a result, they've created the utopian precept of Thomas More or Drew Barrymore. So that's it. This is way too short. I don't know if I'll have time to bathe and shave tomorrow. Well, it saves.